Konnichiwa and welcome to the reading of the folktale Yuki Onna in Kamishibai style. I'm going to be reading the story in both the Japanese and English today, and you will be seeing the pictures as I am reading the narration. So page 1. 昔々山奥の村に親子2人の狩人が住んでおったって。冬の初め、冷たい風が吹く日じゃった。朝から夕暮れまで山中を歩き回ったのに、うさぎ一匹取れんかった。美濃吉。おとうよ、おら、くたびれた。おとう。なんと、今日は獲物がどこへと消えてしまったんじゃろう。諦めて村へ帰りかけた時じゃった。Go, go. Page 1. Once upon a time, in a deep mountain village, there lived a father and son who were hunters. Winter had just begun, bringing days where the wind blew very coldly. Even though they searched the whole mountain from dawn until dusk, they didn't see even one rabbit. Minokichi, the son. Father, I'm exhausted. Father. It seems all of our quarry have disappeared somewhere. They gave up for the day and headed back to the village. Page 2. にわかに雪が降り始めたかと思うと、おったいう前に激しい吹雪になってしもうたんじゃ。もう何一つ見えん。雪と風が渦を巻き、息子の美濃吉は這くつばった。おとう。美濃吉、しっかりわしの後についてこい。美濃吉。おとう、どこへ行く？おとう。山小屋じゃ。Page 2. A harsh wind blew. Suddenly, snow began to fall. Before they knew it, they were caught in a violent blizzard. They couldn't see anything. The wind and snow swirled into a vortex, and his son Minokichi fell to his hands and knees. Father. Get a hold of yourself, Minokichi. Just follow my footprints. Minokichi. Father, where are you going? Father. To a mountain hut for shelter. Page 3. 音。焦げな吹雪はまずめったにないぞ。美濃吉。おら、どうなることかと思った。二人は火を焚いてほかほかと温まった。美濃吉。おと、いつになったら吹雪がやむんじゃろう？おと、明日の朝かもしれんな。今夜はここに泊まりだ。火を消さんようにな。おとはそのままごろりと横になると、すぐさまいびきをかいて眠ってしまった。Page 3. Father. Such a violent blizzard like this is very rare. Minokichi. What do you think will happen to us? The two of them lit a fire and warmed up. Minokichi. Father, when do you think the blizzard will stop? Father. Maybe tomorrow morning. Tonight we stay here. Make sure to put out the fire. The father then rolled over onto his side and immediately started to snore and fell fast asleep. Page 4. ミノキチはゴーゴーと吹き荒れる風の音を聞いておったが、いつしかうっとうっとと眠っておった。と、チロチロと燃える火がふーっと消えそうになった。冷たい風がミノキチの顔を撫でた。ミノキチ。おー、寒ー。ゾクゾクとしてミノキチが目を覚ました。その時、ミノキチ。わあ Page 4. Minokichi listened to the violent wind blow outside, and at some point he nodded off to sleep. The fire was slowly dying. Then a cold wind snuck in and blew on Minokichi's face. Half asleep, Minokichi mumbled, "So cold." As he shivered, he woke up, and then he screamed. Page 5. 目の前に真っ白な着物の女が立っておった。長い黒い髪、赤い唇、ひたっと見つめるの目。ミノキチは叫ぼうにも声が出ん。動こうにも動けん。金縛りに終えたように、ただただその女を見つめるばっかりじゃった。するとその女がすいと動いて、Page 5. Standing before him was a woman in a white kimono. She had long silken black hair and blood-red lips. She had an intense stare that finds you quickly. Even if Minokichi wanted to cry out, he couldn't. Even if he wanted to move, his body wouldn't. Like feeling paralyzed or like a strange song echoing far away, the woman kept her gaze fixed upon him, and then she swiftly began to move. Page 6. お父の顔の上にかがみ込んだ。ふう、ふう。赤い唇をつぼめて白い息を吹きかけた。ふう、ふう。見る間に音は白く凍っていく。女はうなずき顔を上げると、ミノキチの方を振り向いた。Page 6. She leaned over his father's face. Minokichi heard the sound of wind blowing. Her red lips pursed as white breath blew out. The sound of wind blowing continued. From what little Minokichi could see, he saw his father whiten and become frozen. The woman bowed her head, and then she raised her eyes to Minokichi. Page 7. 女、今度はお前の番です。そう言うとしばらくミノキチの顔を見据えてから女はほのかに微笑んだ。女、お前はまだ若くいい若者です。私が好きになったから許してあげる。けれども、今見たことを人に話してはなりません。もし誰かに話したらお前の命はないのですよ。決して忘れないように。言い終えると女の姿は書き消えておった。ミノキチ。音を。Page 7. The Snow Woman. Next, it's your turn. As she spoke, she fixed her gaze on Minokichi's face and faintly smiled. Snow Woman. You are still young. You're a good young man. I've come to like you, so I'll forgive you. However, you can never tell anyone what you saw today. If you ever tell anyone, your life will be forfeit. Never forget this. Once she finished speaking, the image of the woman vanished into thin air. Minokichi, Father, Father. Page 8, Minokichi. Okiro te wa, oto wo yusabutta, daki kakaeta. Oto wa bikkuri to mo ugokananda. Kori no you ni tsumetaku natte shindeyotta. Minokichi. Oto nande shinjimattaんだ? おら一人でどうすればいいんだ。夜が明けて吹雪が収まると、蓑吉は音を背負って山を降りた。眠阿弥陀仏、波阿弥陀仏。Page 8. Minokichi. Father, wake up. He shook his father and then hugged him, but his father was still and moved no more. He was as cold as ice and had passed away. Minokichi. Oh, father, why did you have to die? What am I supposed to do on my own? Outside, dawn broke and the blizzard calmed down. Minokichi carried his father's body down the mountain. He prayed for the repose of his father's soul. Page 9. Namu Amidabu, Namu Abidabu. 村の人たちがお弔いをしてくれた。村人。あれほどの達者者がの村人になんでまたの村人さん。山の主のような腕のいい漁師じゃったに。けど、蓑吉は本当のことを言うわけにいかん。蓑吉。なんとも激しい吹雪で、おらが気がついだ時には、音はもう凍えておだじゃ。と、あの白い着物の女のことは誰にも話さんかった。Page 9. Minokichi and the villagers prayed for his father. The people of the village gave his father a proper burial. Villager 1. He was a great hunter. Villager 2. I wonder how he died. Villager 3. He was such a skilled hunter, he could have been the lord of that mountain. But Minokichi said nothing of what really happened. Minokichi. There was a violent blizzard, and by the time I came to my senses, he had frozen to death. And he told no one about the woman in the white kimono. Page 10. こうして蓑吉は一人暮らしになった。春が過ぎて夏になり、夏が過ぎて秋になり、やがてまた山に冬がやってきた。吹雪の晩のことじゃった。トントン、トントン。塔を叩く音がする。蓑吉。今自分に誰じゃろう。蓑吉は戸を開けてみた。Page 10. And so Minokichi began to live on his own. Spring came and went, summer turned to fall, and winter came back to the mountain. It was the night of a blizzard. A knock came on his door. Minokichi, who had come to my door at this hour? He opened the door. Page 11. 旅の女。もし旅の者ですが、こんな吹雪で宿も見つかりません。一晩休ませてくださいな。蓑吉。でもな、おらとこは 一人暮らしだし、こんなボロ屋だって。もう少し先にはもっとマシな家があるんだから、そこで頼ましゃれ。旅の女。いいえ、もうとても歩けません。どうかお願いいたします。Page 11. Traveling woman. Excuse me, I'm a traveler, but in this blizzard I couldn't find an inn. Please let me stay here for the night. Minokichi. But I'm very poor and my house is so small, only for one person. If you go back down the road a little, there is a better house. Please stay there for the night. Traveling woman. I cannot walk any more tonight. Please allow me to stay here. Page 12. ところが、このおゆきという娘は、あくる日も、また次の日も旅に出ようとはせんのじゃ。おゆき。どこへというあってもありません。もうしばらくおいでください。何日も泊まり続けて、とうとう美吉の嫁さんになってしもうた。美しい嫁さんは大層な働き者で、美吉は幸せじゃった。やがて子供も生まれた。Page 12. As it turned out, this woman was named Oyuki, snow, and she did not resume her traveling the next day, nor the next, nor the next. Oyuki. I don't have anywhere else I can go. Please allow me to stay here. Many days passed, and Oyuki stayed so long that she ended up marrying Minokichi. Oyuki was very beautiful and such a hard worker that Minokichi was extremely happy living with her. And eventually they had a child. Age 13. そうしたある冬の晩のこと。外ではゴーゴーゴーゴー吹雪が吹き荒れておった。Minokichi. なあ、お雪。言われてお雪は針仕事の手を止めた。Minokichi. こうしてお前のきれいな顔を見ておると、あの晩のことが思い出されてくる。そうじゃ、激しい吹雪で、オラとおとうはやっと山小屋にたどり着いて休んでおった。すると白い着物の女が現れた。女はふうふうと白い息を音に吹きかけた。音は凍えて死んだしもうた。Page 13. And one winter's night, with loud rushes of wind outside, a violent blizzard came. Minokichi. Hey, Oyuki. As he spoke, she stopped her needlework. Minokichi. Seeing your beautiful face on a night like this makes me remember that night. It was during a blizzard that my father and I stayed a night in a mountain hut. Then a woman came wearing a white kimono. She blew white breath on my father's face, and then my father froze to death. Page 14. Minokichi. だがな、その時の白い着物の女とお前の顔がなんともそっくりでよ。不思議なもんだ。おゆき。いいえ、不思議でも何でもありません。あの晩の雪女がこの私です。みのきち。へえ、雪女だって ?Page 14. Minokichi. But you know, it's so strange. You look exactly like that woman in the white kimono. Oyuki. Oh, it's not strange or weird or anything like that, dear. The snow woman, a yokai or demon, that you saw that night was none other than myself. Minokichi screamed. You're a Yuki Onna? Page 15. Oyuki. そうです。お前が好きだからここへお嫁に来たのです。それなのに誰にでもあの晩のことを話したら命はないものと約束したのに、お前はとうとう話してしまいましたね。ミノキチ。待ってくれ。おら、たったの今のお前に話しただけだ。おゆき。それでも約束は約束です。切なげに言って、おゆきの目から涙が溢れ落ちたんじゃ。おゆき。けれども、かわいい子供がいます。お前の命を奪いはしません。Page 15. Oyuki. It's true. Because I fell in love with you, I came back to be your wife. Even though I promised to take your life if you ever spoke to anyone about what happened that night, you finally told someone. Minokichi. Wait a minute. I only told you and no one else. Oyuki. Even still, a promise is a promise. As she spoke, she had an air of heartbreak and she began crying. Oyuki. But we have our beautiful child. I cannot take your life. Page 16. Oyuki. もうこれでお別れです。子供が私の形見です。私は雪に戻らなければなりません。悲しい声とともにお雪の姿はこんな雪となってかき消えていったって。ミノキチ。お雪、お雪、お雪よ。ミノキチが叫ぶと吹雪の風が2度、3度と家の周りを巡るように渦巻いて吹きすぎていたと。これきり。Page 16. Oyuki. But now we must part. Our child will be how you can remember me. I must return to the snow. Along with her sorrowful voice, Oyuki turned into powdered snow and vanished into thin air. Minokichi cried after her, Oyuki! Oyuki! As he screamed for her, a whirlwind of snow encircled his house 2 times, 3 times, and kept swirling around him. And that was all. The end.